why mesh topology will be useful? Himjyoti, please unmute yourself. Himjyoti? Himjyoti has written that if the IoT devices are connected, let me check. If the IoT devices are connected, then ring is not good. That is why I'm asking that why ring topology will not be useful. Anybody else? Abhishek, Abhilasha, Vikramaditya, Ujjwal, Arindam Sharma.
Sir,
I
I think
so without them they cannot work. So
Without?
each layer is connected to each other.
Ah.
So without one of them, it cannot be proceed.
Right. Okay. So that is why mesh topology is important, right?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा. अब दूसरा चीज सोचो. Which one will be much more important for an IoT device?
सर mesh topology में तो सर डायरेक्शन सिर्फ एक तो नहीं होगा, बहुत सारा होगा, लेकिन रिंग टोपोलॉजी में तो सिर्फ वन डायरेक्शन ही होगा ना सर कनेक्शन.
डायरेक्शन लेके मैं क्या करूं?
नहीं सर, जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सॉरी सर, जो कम्युनिकेशन जो होगा ना सर फ्रॉम वन नोड टू वन नोड, तो यूनिडायरेक्शन होने से तो सर उसका बैंडविड्थ भी तो सर कमेगा ना सर.
एग्जैक्टली. तो बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम है मेश टोपोलॉजी में. फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम इज दैट if we connect with each other, all connection are wireless connection, I'm telling you. Okay, so based on their antenna they are going to send the data. So if everybody is connected with each other, तो उसमें क्या हो जाएगा? Each of the node will collect the data from all other nodes. इससे भी लेगा, इससे भी लेगा, इससे भी लेगा, इससे भी लेगा. So first thing is that your node should be sufficient enough storage space to get the data from the other nodes. First thing. And you know that your sensor nodes are not capable enough to store huge amount of data. It has some limitation. That is the first thing. Second thing is, the most important thing is that if everybody is sending their data to others, that means if 50 nodes are connected, that case every time I used to get the 49 nodes data with me. So that case, to get the data and again broadcasting the data, broadcasting my data to others, so it will reduce the power of each of the nodes drastically. So remember one thing, whenever you have set up one IoT sensor connectivity, there you have to connect within the simplest as ever network possible, which will take minimum amount of power consumption. Now, instead of mesh topology, if we go for the ring topology, what will happen? So this data will go to here. He will collect the data. He will then this node data along with this node data, it will send it to this node. This node will collect the 3 nodes data and it will send it to this node. This node will collect 4 nodes data and it will send it to this node. So this way they may work. But the best solution is that if this kind of network is there, among them, one of them will be considered as the cluster head. Suppose this one is considered right now for the cluster head. Now everybody will send the data to the cluster head. Now only the cluster head power will be, as the cluster head is consuming the data from all other nodes, so the cluster head's power will go down, but the other nodes power will remain up. Now what the cluster head will do that, from the local network, whatever data it has collected, it will send it to the internet backbone. That is the local power. Now, is this clear to you? Why? Instead of mesh topology, the ring topology, or this is called star topology actually. This one is star topology. So instead of ring topology, mesh topology, why? Ring topology or the star topology is useful in case of sensor network. This question will come in your exam. Which kind of network topology you should prefer in case of sensor node network?
Can you repeat?
Okay. Now the first thing is that in case of mesh topology, all the nodes will be connected with each other. Now all the nodes are connected with each other. Suppose if you consider 50 nodes are connected with each other, that means you after every 1 second you will get the data of 49 nodes. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, to get the data of 49 nodes, what the node will do with that all those data? He has to send it to our internet or the cloud, right? Now, one node is getting 49 nodes data. In the same manner, all the other 40 nodes are also getting the 49 nodes data. So huge amount of data will be generated and that will be sent to the cloud. Now the first thing is that cloud will get confused that the same data is coming to me again and again. That means the same data is replicated 49 times and it is coming back to me. Second thing is that each of the nodes, whenever they're collecting the data and whenever they're broadcasting the data again, so their energy is getting dissipated in a multifold manner. The battery which I can sustain the battery, if I can sustain the battery for 5 days, it will get drained down within 2 hours. So what is the solution? Solution is that why I should take all nodes data. Better what I will do that if I use the ring topology, that case I will pass my data to the next node will pass his data to the next node, next to next node. In this way, so it's a relay manner. I am passing the data, and so that one node will collect who will be the last node of this ring. He will collect all other nodes information and then he will send it to the internet. He will send it to the internet. Or the other solution is that instead of in the ring topology manner, if I collect the data in a star topology manner, means that one of the node who will act as the cluster head, he will collect the data of the other nodes and then he will send all the information to the internet. So that case, your power dissipation or power consumption will be much less. Your power consumption will be minimal. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now is this clear? Why
Yes, sir.
mesh topology is not preferable? Why ring topology and uh, your star topology is preferable? Please note it down. Whatever I have told, though I will give you the video recording. Please note it down. So then it will keep it in your mind for long. I'm giving you 2 minutes. By this time, please note it down in your own words. वो प्रिंट नहीं किया आपने? Okay, so have you noted down? Students, have you noted it down? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is the okay. So we have seen that the device layer, then the local area network layer. Now within this local area network, out of this one node is responsible to collect the data of all other nodes. And after collecting the data from all other nodes, what that particular node will do? That particular node will send the data to the internet. That means he will be connected with the backbone network. Now the thing is that, yeah, tell me.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था सर जैसे मैश टोपोलॉजी में सर एक मल्टीपल नंबर ऑफ डाटा जैसे रिडंडेंसी हो सकता है क्या मतलब एक नोड से और दूसरे नोड तक जाने के लिए मल्टीपल नंबर ऑफ रूट्स है हमारे पास सो सेम डाटा सर सेम नोड तक मतलब मल्टीपल नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स जा सकता है
Obviously, तुम्हारा replication कितना होगा? If there is a 50 nodes are there, then 50 times replication will be done. इतना replication होगा, then the actual nodes will get confused. It will get severely confused.
ये सर तो फिर डिमेरिट हो गया इसका
हाँ, इसलिए तो mesh topology हम लोग तो यूज नहीं करते हैं इसमें.
हाँ सर
हाँ, उसको फिल्टर करते करते तुम्हारा क्लाउड सिस्टम में ये हो जाएगा. Another is the bandwidth issues are also there. Huge amount of bandwidth is required. Or node in the sensor node in the industrial phase, sensor nodes are placed like millions. एक दो sensor node हम लोग नहीं भेजते हैं. Millions of sensor nodes will be there.
yes sir.
So it is not possible to keep track of all the sensor nodes. Okay.
Okay sir.
Now from the local network it goes to the internet. Now internet in the cloud it will analyze this one. Now nowadays what is happening now that sometimes the cloud also gets so much exhausted with the huge amount of data that it is very difficult for them to analyze it and give you the near real-time result of those data. So what they are doing, they are sometimes your local node itself is responsible of analyzing the data by themselves. Your local node have the capability to analyzing the data. So if such kind of local sensor node you can make, then this kind of local nodes are basically called the edge nodes. Means that your nodes is capable enough for analysis. You might have heard about edge computing or fog computing. Have you heard this term? Edge computing or fog computing? Where your edge devices or the sensor devices has the processing capability also, like the security surveillance camera. In case of security surveillance camera, what they are doing that whatever data they are collecting, because in the security surveillance camera they have to send the data 24/7. Huge amount of data are gathered and they have to send it to the cloud server. So the cloud server will get exhausted. So instead of this, if we can process the data within the security camera itself, and whatever be the data or area of interest of the data, we can send only to the cloud. That case, we can reduce the burden of the cloud by 20%. Kaushik is working on one of the project in edge computing. So, Kaushik, can you give a brief idea about what projects you are doing over there? Hello, Kaushik.
सर एक्चुअली क्या कर रहे हैं सर लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग के लिए मतलब सर एज डिवाइस को मतलब एक लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग सर्वर की तरह यूज कर रहे हैं सो दैट उसका बैंडविड्थ जो है सो उसका सबसे ज्यादा जैसे एक मोबाइल डिवाइस को हमने उसको एक एज नोड मान के तो मल्टीपल नंबर ऑफ नोड्स को मतलब हमने उससे कनेक्ट कर दिया है फॉर लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग एंड दैट इज कनेक्टेड टू द सर्वर.
So what basically Kaushik is doing that in case of suppose during the live telecast of your cricket match or any live telecast where everybody is streaming the data in their local mobile itself, right? Now, for streaming the data, same data for individual mobiles, so it costs huge amount of bandwidth. Instead of this, what they are doing that they are considering any one of the mobile as the edge mobile node, who is responsible of taking the streaming data from the cloud, and after that, that mobile will work as a cluster head of this local network where the multiple numbers of mobile users are there. They are streaming, that cluster head is streaming the from his devices to other mobile nodes, that live streaming. So in that way, what happens that the entire burden on the cloud servers of streaming the data to the individual users is reduced drastically. It is just instead of streaming to the multiple number of users, it is only streaming only to a single user. In this way, it is reducing the burden on the users. So there are several way of reducing the burden on the cloud itself. Okay. Now, cloud का burden reduce करने का मतलब क्या है? Because you will tell that the cloud has a huge amount of infrastructure. We can utilize those infrastructure. Okay, fine. You can do that. But the thing is that if the cloud requires huge amount of time for analysis, that case they cannot give produce you the data in a near real time manner. तुमको जो डेटा हर मिनट में चाहिए वो तुमको 1 घंटा बाद मिलेगा या 2 घंटा बाद मिलेगा. Okay. Now next is the backend services. Now what type of services you can provide? That is called service layer basically. So this layer is called basically service layer. Service layer in your cloud. Now it will divide the 3 tasks. One is service composition. Sorry. One is service composition. Sorry. Let us write in this place. Yeah. So one is service composition. One is service division. Another is service integration. So these are the 3 tasks are there. So in the service layer, they basically do. So what is service composition, division, and integration? I will tell you in the next class. And next is the application. That is the highest layer where the user interface that you can see in your mobile. That is basically the application layer. So apart from the service layer, all other layer, I think the device layer, local network layer, and then internet layer and application layer, are they clear to you, or any explanation is needed?